Hello everyone, welcome back to Command Wolf Gaming. I'm CWG, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Whoopsie. Today we're actually going to be doing some more builds with these tank treads. And as you can see, I have this template that I usually use, and also we also have a actual tank and a bulldozer. Two different builds that I put together, and they work quite nicely. Now this, what I'm driving right now, is just a template that I use to get around, so yeah, perfectly works fine. So this tank, I know it's not the most beautiful thing. I actually did get a comment or two in regards to this not being nice, but it does what it needs to do for the most part. And this bulldozer, oh, I did this on stream. It was such a beautiful creation. I'm actually very proud of this. As you can see, there's a lot going on in this thing. A lot of levers and switches and so many different buttons. As you can see, we even have this ripper on the back, which I didn't have on during the stream, but I added later on, which actually kind of completes it. I don't know why you're not... Oh, it's on the left. That's why. Anyway, so today what we're going to be building is a Halftrack. Now, if you guys don't know what a Halftrack is actually a mix between a truck, like a regular box truck almost, and a tank. So a Halftrack is basically can be used in a number of different ways, but the primary reason that they were built was an all-terrain vehicle. So they can transport troops, transport, supplies, and also act as a portable anti-air gun. And when I say anti-air gun, that's all they did. So Halftracks were decommissioned years and years ago because obviously we have better all-terrain vehicles like Humvees and different whatever, right? So Humvees are just the first thing off the top of my head, like Jeeps and stuff. And Halftracks were primarily used during World War I and World War II. But anyway, so what I wanted to do, I wanted to build a Halftrack, and I wanted to do one with the anti-air gun, but we might add one afterwards depending on how long this build goes. So what we're going to be using to start off with metal, we're going to use the regular metal block. The diamond plate, we're probably not going to use at all. We're going to need a set of wheels. So wheel. Now I got to find out which wheel would actually look the best. Probably one of the bigger wheels because we are dealing with tank treads as well. So we kind of want to make this even. In fact, let's do the tank stuff first. Get that. And we just need the push buttons. Right here. And we need a seat. Let's see if we can use one of these seats here. Compact seat even, compact seat odd. I think we're going to use this one because I feel like that's probably going to be closest to what we need for a actual like seat. Because I don't know if the this tank stuff is actually going to work with the regular driver's seat. So we're just going to use that. So let's just get building and see how this goes. Oh yeah, I need a wheel as well. Well, you know what? I'll just grab a couple of different wheels. All right, so I think we got a working prototype right now. I kind of screwed it up. So what happened is that you actually gotta have monotrack enabled on the tracks, but then on the flip side, you gotta put monotrack reversed in order for it to work correctly, or else you have some weird like tank steering. But as far as this goes, it does move forward, does move back, right? And the tank treads are only going in one direction. And we do have some steering on here, like a typical Halftrack. So all I did was use the white and the black coloring. We don't need the other ones because we just don't need them at all. Because we don't need the turn ratio button or anything like that. So we can delete that engine. Because I originally was going to plan to actually have engines on the front wheels. But this does fine enough. And I did kind of like a wishbone suspension. Wishbone as in like it has a center point where it's all connected, then it goes to a length, then drops in another suspension piece in there. So that's what I have down here, which it's not welded in, which I gotta fix. Should be easy though. So let me just fix that, and then we're gonna continue obviously working on this creation because I do want to see how it turns out. Oh wait, it is connected. Curious. All right, well, whatever. Let's get this going. All right, guys. Woo! This is what I got so far. So you saw me like lay out the basic need for the truck, and well, I started shaping it. Started using a lot of wedge blocks, including some additional parts. You know, I can lower the window, turn the headlights on, that kind of stuff. You know, get stuck in the roof because of how low the roof is. It took me a while to actually get this working correctly, the hood mechanism, because back in the old days, they used to just slide up on the side, not really flip up. So, and I had to like reset my seat like 4 times. So we're doing good. We still got a lot more to go. So I'm just going to continue it. I got to think about how I want to do the actual piece. I don't know if I want to make this a troop transport or if I want to do anti-air. Anti-air is probably going to be a whole lot more complicated, but I think it would be worth it. And so it's most likely going to be an anti-air type setup. I just got to figure out how I want to do it though. So yet again, be right back. Alright guys, so we are back, and just in a moment I'm going to show you what I did with my Halftrack. And as we can see here, we're in a cornfield because it's the only spot that I actually found some light cars to actually do this in. So if we just crawl up to here, and as you can see, boop, that is now my Halftrack. As you can see, I did a desert motif on here. That's right, I did some light colors with a mix of brown. So it kind of makes it a little harder to see if you're a little farther away, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, could be because of the this ain't corn. This is wheat. Excuse me. Anyway, did make it an anti-air system, as you can see there. And it looks exactly like I was having pictured in my head and what I can see from pictures. It is a Halftrack, front wheel steering. Only, well, the rear tracks go either back or forth. It has a full anti-air system on the back with a gate, obviously, to open and close. Now if we get into the truck, this steering or driver's seat has a lot of buttons as per usual. 1 and 2 are the speed. Basically 1 is +10, black is -10, right? So that's 1 and 2. We got 3, which is the door handle. 4 is actually the front window, just to open and close it. 5 is the lights, tail lights, and front lights. I did not know if the anti-air systems on these actually had spotlights. I don't know if it was attached to the vehicle or if it was an individual system. So I just kind of left it no spotlights on the anti-air system. Then we do have a reset button for the anti-air, because every once in a while it does actually start firing automatically, or it gets stuck in a firing mode. So yeah, we do have the push button on the driver's seat as well on an external, as you can see in the back there. Then have a horn. Gotta include the horn. Driver's seat, the passenger seat only has control over their side door. And if we go down here, this actually took quite a bit of time to do to get this to work correctly, but it works for the most part. Not beautifully, but it does work. We do have a winch on the front of this truck, which doesn't work. It's just a spring, and it does have the rope attachment for it. I decided not to use that for this truck, this vehicle. And of course, it does drive nicely. I tried to make the tracks so that they do move individually, and like before, like I said before, what I did with them is I made their own individual spring system, right? So each track has 2 springs on them, and they actually have a center bearing that's individually moves as well. And this is not a good parking spot, is it? Hold on, let me fix that real quick. Okay, so in the back here, we got the reset button for the guns. If we hit this button, it drops down the rear gate, which this should extend as well. Every once in a while it gets stuck. I don't know why. Whatever. Okay, so I don't know why that happens. It should be working though. There we go. So in the back here, obviously we got the anti-air turret gun itself, as well as a driver's seat. Again, I didn't add a spotlight because I wasn't sure on that. Around here, this is the control fire system. You can adjust it through the timer there, and these are the engines for the turret itself to move it up, down, left, right. So let's get back in here. Okay, so now that we're in here, let's just get into the turrets here. As you can see, I did put a regular window on the front. And yeah, so if we go in here, we can actually see the firing scope on this. And it's pretty much in the center of that black window, so that's pretty good. I did not put a WASD converter on here, but yeah, this works with the 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. So 1 goes up, 2 goes down, left is 3, and 4 is right. Now 4 is a little bit faster, the right is a little bit faster, because for whatever reason, if I turn the speed down lower with it, it actually starts sticking in some points, like right now. So I don't know what the cause of that is. I'm just going to leave it at that. And then obviously 5 is to fire the turrets into the air. And then 6 is just to reset the guns. So I set up a couple high targets here. Spread out. They are explosive targets. I'll throw them up on the workshop too if you guys want them. They're very simple. They're adjustable on the bottoms. They do have one bearing that you can adjust them. I forget what's on what. Honestly, I know that as soon as I get through them, they're made of cardboard. They'll explode though. So let's just go for the closest target here right now. So we're just going to go this way. I'm going to go up. There we go. And then let's just hit 5. Okay, a little too high. So let's just bring that down. And a little bit more. Oh god. Okay, so that was a regular explosive one. Let's see here. Let's go to our far left. Let's try this one. Oop. Or maybe middle right. Getting a little too far. 5. Okay, I did hit a portion of that target, but that wasn't dead on. So I'm going to lower it just a tiny bit more. Oh, there we go. Knocked it right off the pedestal. Then let's go to This one. Oh, I'm hitting the tree. I'm not hitting the target. Oh, I'm hitting it now. I'm hitting it now. Come on. Okay, so I did hit the target just a little bit. Oh, come on. Seriously? I'm not this bad at hitting targets, am I? There we go. That's not bad. I hit majority of the target. So let's just go over to this last one here and hit that one. There we go. We hit it dead on. That's a nice one. There we go. Whoop. And there goes the target on that one. Oh, one thing I didn't get to show you guys. During this firing sequence, the cannons actually pull back as well. So, like, when they fire the round, they actually, the piston actually pulls them back. Kind of makes a cool, like, firing animation to it, you know? Kind of looks a little weird because it does clip through a little bit, but there's only so much you can do. So, let me get back up here. Turn that off. And let's just survey the damage over there. I'm just going to drive over there real quick and see what we have. So it looks like for the most part, the targets over here are completely decimated all the way down. Kind of a little shocked that the explosives were that strong. Well, I guess when you're hitting a nuke, right? It does do that. We do have a little bit of a target left over on here, and that's that target, and I think that was it. I didn't have many targets set up. It was just more of a demonstration of actually getting it done, because this is an anti-air vehicle. Doesn't make sense to actually shoot at a tank with it, you know. And honestly, I am super happy with this build. I didn't really think it was going to be that well. Just because of, you know, the technical aspects with it, but I'm super happy with it right now. As long as I can try to figure out what to do with that. If you guys know how I can fix that little technical issue where that it gets stuck going to the one side, let me know down in the comment section. I want to know. Anyway, I think that about wraps up today. Thank you guys for tuning in today here on Command Wolf Gaming. Hope you enjoyed the footage. If you have any comments or suggestions, make sure to leave it down below in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys. And I also... Whoopsie. Well, that's going to hurt. Remember, guys, to hit the big red subscribe button down below, because 90% of you guys are still not subscribed to my channel. So make sure to hit it. Heh. As I always say, folks, like, subscribe, and share. Spread the love, and hope to see you next time here on Command Wolf Gaming. Ooh. Okay, so we weren't that far away from it. Well, that kind of stinks. Oh well.